The facilities manager is expected to be more strategic because that role now has more resources, AKA tools that have artificial intelligence, and you should be able to replicate and replace yourself with confidence.
We are past tool number 1, 2, and 3. We are on version 5, 6, 7, 8. It is iterating so fast. It's not going anywhere, guys. It's here. We have to use it.
Excel didn't get rid of the need for accountants, but if you didn't learn it, not gonna work out for you. If you keep trying to outwork AI, first you're gonna go crazy and then you're gonna get fired.
Shannon, I'm curious your thoughts because I know you have been in many of these above board conversations, literally, figuratively, where there's discussions on impact of utilization and the performance of the facility and the assets of the facility into the broader EBITDA. You mentioned EBITDA earlier, right? So I'm curious your thoughts on what the facilities manager needs to do to get where they want to be, to not be forced to the table, but to literally say, I better be at that table. I better be able to be at that table. Like, what do the facilities managers need to know to be comfortable doing that?
Am I ever able to answer a question in one part? I don't think so.
3 parts is great. You know, I like the rule of threes. Let's do it in 3. Just kidding. Like,
This is
I find myself doing everything in threes. I'm like,
writing coming through. I will tell you, so at a facilities manager level, everybody's just got to sort of knock off this scarcity mindset of I'm going to keep trying to prove that I can do better than AI. AI is your colleague. As long as you shift your role to leverage it appropriately, you're fine. You're fine. If you keep trying to outwork AI, first you're going to go crazy and then you're going to get fired. Sorry, I don't mean to be controversial, but that's just the reality. And the best facilities managers treat it like any other technology. Like it is a tool they can leverage. Like Excel didn't get rid of the need for accountants or financial analysts, but if you didn't learn it, not going to work out for you. That is really something that I would think about, because at the time of this recording, next was last week. Well, had a little look behind the curtain for you all. All the sausages made. No kidding. It was last week. I had 3 conversations where people this week have had their Q1 earnings calls, and I've listened to all of them because that's my kind of fun.
Nerd alert. Just kidding. Own that, girl. Own that.
I know. I really do. You know that. No one in an earnings call is talking about a ticketing system or, their vendor performance. No one's talking about that, but you know what they're talking about all of the time? Where can we find efficiencies? Efficiencies. It is not how are we going to reduce headcount? It is how are we going to grow without adding people? And that is the mindset shift the facilities managers showed up to Connex with. Like, I've got to figure out how to grow my store capacity, or like primarily a lot of conversations I was having was with director, VP level, or, where they're just really saying like, I have a team of 9 people. We are planning on growing. I don't think I'm going to get headcount. How can I shake the broom and knock off 30% of the work that they're doing so that they can cover those stores, and their per store, their stores per FM coverage goes up. Or they're saying, I have got to find a way to make smarter CapEx decisions. I have to do it. I'm being asked to report on it. It's taking hours, days, a month out of my year to just do this, just sort of swivel chair between technologies. Like that's the mindset shift. It really is. It is on an FM basis. Find a way, like it is your Excel. Find a way to use it. And at a sort of this boardroom level, they don't care how. They just know that they need to see the outcome. Outcome. It is not AI for the sake of it. That is so 2025. It is We have business outcomes we have to drive. We don't think we can drive revenue, so we have to find a way to manage our expenses.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, be that solution. Go seek that out.
Yeah.
Super interesting.
Beth, I'd love to hear your response on that, but I just have to say one thing. Shannon, thank you for the tough love because our industry needs it. I think people need to hear you will lose your job if you do not know how to leverage AI. And it's a I think gone are the days where we can just be like, "Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure." It's here, and our job as a trusted advisor in the industry, because arguably Fexa is a trusted advisor. That's how we run our business. We don't talk to people just because you're a customer. We don't talk to people just because you work with our customers. We are the thought leaders and the trusted advisors in the industry, and it's important that we're honest with our constituents on the importance of leveraging AI to create those outcomes. No longer is it, let me just push this ticket through, let me just get this completed. The facilities manager is expected to be more strategic because that role now has more resources, AKA tools that have artificial intelligence, and you should be able to replicate and replace yourself with confidence so that you can therefore think more strategically for the business, serve the board, serve the C-suite, serve. And so, sorry, I got a little bit on my soapbox there, but I'm so glad that you said
Preach, preach.
it. I know. Preach. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the cocktail talking. Just kidding. This really is
It's
coffee.
9 a.m. Pacific.
You know, I haven't had lunch yet. Maybe I'm a little salty and extra caffeinated, but it is not because of a dirty martini. But I usually, when I have a dirty martini in my hand, I'm preaching for a lot longer than I just did.
Yeah, a lot of people are, they'll be like gossiping, and you're over there being like, "Let me explain to you how AI is going to change your life."
I know.
And everybody moves away. No, I'm
I
kidding.
know, slowly. Thank you for giving us tough love. I think we need more of it. And I would expect Fexa, with our human first value, to give the humans the tough love that they need. And I love that you mentioned that we just went through it too. And we are going through it. We're going through it with you. We're not up on a pedestal going, well, we know all the answers about AI. No, but we are literally rebuilding our company with an AI first mindset. And we're going through it with you. And I think we should just be honest with ourselves. And we've all thought about it as employees too. In order to be valuable in the future, you 100% not only need to be comfortable with AI, but you need to know how to leverage it for strategic reasons. It not just process a ticket faster, right? So, Beth, I wanted to give you an opportunity to respond because I know you have a lot of passion around what Shannon mentioned as well. And when it comes to the C-suite and the board, you've seen it firsthand, where you've seen how our industry does sort of tiptoe around this idea of, how do I talk to a CFO about my budget strategy, and how can I be more confident, and how can I earn that seat at the table? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
Let me push my nerd glasses up here.
Okay.
Get on my pedestal a little bit. No, I think you hit the nail on the head with we're learning with you, right? Like, so our company has also gone through some different tool changes, and we're using Claude right now as a company. And I saw a stat the other day that 4% of people in the world use Claude. We're on the 4%. So when you think about it in a sense of the wave is coming, right? We are past tool number 1, 2, and 3. We are on version 5, 6, 7, 8. It is iterating so fast. I think ultimately, again, there's no going back. It's here. We've got to embrace it. But it's thinking of things just in a much different way of how could I do this differently? So instead of kind of going through the motions, I wake up in the morning, I log in, I check my tickets, I check my dashboard. What if that could come to me? What if I could, go get it? What if it could interpret things for me? If you're not comfortable having these discussions, you can ask AI, and AI can give it to you in a way that you can present it confidently back to the person that you're talking to. There are just so many different ways to leverage this technology to level up, level yourself up, level your business up, your role. And really, again, it's so much more than how do I answer this email, or where should I go on vacation? It is really just helping you to being a colleague. That's kind of how we have to think of it. So
Yeah.
I think just to like double click on that even further, it's not going anywhere, guys. It's here. We have to use it. And the people who are getting ahead, the people who are training their brains to think through how can I do this better with AI? How can I automate this with AI? Are going to be the ones a few years from now who are still in these roles and really have, again, have leveled themselves up to the point where they can really be a trusted advisor on behalf of the business and have those outcomes show for themselves.
I love it.
I think we
Um,
should keep pulling, and Beth, just sort of knowing the role that you have here at Fexa, I really think we should keep pulling on that thread or that analogy of AI is a new colleague.
Mm,
I think the
mhm,
reality is that, like, whereas you think about onboarding somebody new, most of these people are in the interview phase. They are interviewing new colleagues, and they are trying to figure out what questions they need to ask their new AI colleague
mm,
and what qualifications they should look for. Just saying they have a skill set. I mean, my my career heritage way back, I'm in Seattle. So, like, everybody is Microsoft, Amazon land.
mm,
Um, but I used to interview a lot of developers. And everybody puts the coding language on their resume, and you got to figure out how to prove it,
mm,
because it's you got to really figure, you got to make sure you ask the right question. And in that world, the version was, getting them up. I mean, this is way back in, 2000. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter. I don't need
doesn't
to
matter.
for that. It's fine. None of your business. Have them get them in a room and have them whiteboard.
mm,
Prove to me you know how to do this. Show me.
Yeah.
mhm,
That was the conversation I was having a ton on the trade show floor. What question should I ask? And the
mm,
thing, because like most people in this space are on these sort of like, they're all using some sort of technology, but
mm,
they're like, and they've been told that they have AI, but it's not quite there. So they know they want to use it. They're ready. They're ready to hire that new colleague. They
mhm,
just don't know how to interview them.
mm,
So a lot of the conversation is like, you want to look at pace of play, how quickly they're developing AI. What does that look like? They're looking for ways to test. I got a lot of requests for, like, can you give us a sandbox? Because they don't even
Yeah.
know how. They don't know how to ask it.
mm,
Because how would they? This didn't exist 6 months ago. So
mhm,
I think, Kim, where you can help a lot of the people, a lot of your network, is to
mhm.
help them think about how to interview for the right AI. And then the question becomes, what does onboarding look like? What do you need your AI to have in order to be successful? Because that was the other thing. Like, there's one what we would consider to be like an upper mid market uh, operator, director level, who came over to us because a couple of vendors had sent them our way. The insight she had was so interesting. She was like, you know, we're using this technology. They had sold us some AI powered thing. We've paid for it. They don't have it. It's not available. So and there's like such this like internal onus on, like, I made a mistake. I was duped or whatever. That and it's personal. It's really personal. And the comment that she made was, I it's becoming clear to me that AI won't fix bad data, or it won't fix bad technology. It just, at this level, it just makes that technology more like itself. Sometimes that's good, and sometimes that's bad. Like, depending on what that is. You can't just take a separate AI, plop it onto something. A plop is maybe the worst verb ever. But there it is. You can't just take AI and plop it onto something and have it all of a sudden make that original core good.
It's a
Well,
glaring difference, right? It's a glaring difference of
mhm,
lipstick on the pig, right?
Yeah, there's this like lipstick on a pig. There's this like famous, now retired, this Amazon executive that talked about is his pet peeve in interviews with people. Oh my God, I'm gonna go, like, I just like this idea of it being a colleague. So his pet peeve in an interview is when somebody said I'm a hard worker. And the reason wasn't like the reason was because he's like, if you are a hustler and you're a hard worker, but you don't have that core intelligence, you could be sprinting in the wrong direction and I won't even know how to like pull you back in there. So it's like it's sort of that idea.
Like for the first time in this conversation, I grabbed a pen and started scribbling some things because I was actually this prompted a couple of thoughts. Number one, AI as a colleague. Treat AI like you would a colleague.
Yeah.
In the same fashion, and I guess I'm just jumping into giving advice here, because I did want to know what advice that you ladies would have for, you know, our facilities managers who are facing AI, and again, some tactical advice, which would be really helpful. And if you could think of that, I'm going to ask you that next. But I think training it like you would train a colleague is key, because most people throw a prompt over the fence and think AI is magic. And it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's number one.
It doesn't work. They're like, it's terrible. Like, well, hold on. You haven't brought them through onboarding.
Yeah, you haven't, and think about how
I did that so many times. Like,
I did too.
GPT to do something, and it
I
messed
know.
it up, and I was like, "Wow, this
Yeah.
AI is terrible."
But not only does it mess it up, it becomes worse and worse and worse. So
Oh,
it's not like it's a domino effect of terribleness. So in other words, take the time to know what you need it to do and train it to do what you need it to do, and don't skip the middle, because you wouldn't do that if you were hiring somebody on your team. And you also wouldn't expect somebody on your team to immediately know the answer to something, right? So
And someone on your team would also not confidently lie, which AI does regularly. Confidently lies and tells you exactly the wrong thing.
you know,
and then you say, "You just lied to me," and it says, "Oops, guess I did." And like, what?
Yeah.
I just had this vision of like an AI support group, like, hi, my name's Kim. My AI agent keeps lying to me. I don't know what to do. I feel so discouraged and upset.
Violated my trust.
And maybe that's our next State of FM. Hey, guess what? State of FM. We have a support group for that. I almost feel like we need it.
Yeah.
But it's so true. I love this. I also wanted to ask you, so I think advice is related to this question. So think about some tactical things that you would tell people who are listening to this, who are facilities managers, and could be related to things you learned on the Connex floor, could be just knowledge that you've learned yourself, either way. But one of the things I was also thinking about that helped me is having a goal. And thankfully, Fexa sort of gave us these broad strokes of, we should be aiming to save 10% of our time. And I kept having to go back to, and I think a lot of facilities managers have this, because I consider myself a facilities manager too. This is why I love these people so much, because I think just like them. Big picture. Oh, well, there's so many. Oh, but what about this? Oh, but then what about this? What about this? No, actually, I kept going back to, what are the 1, 2, or 3 things that are annoying, pesky little tasks that you know you shouldn't have to do every day? Is it reading that entire email and responding and thinking and creating the entire email, and that just took me 30 minutes to respond to an email? That's pesky and annoying, and that's probably something AI can help you with. But what it's not is, hey, AI, take over my job. Like, I have to think through these things. That's what it isn't. So I think dumb it down to and create a goal behind it. I kept thinking, it's only 10%, Kim. It's not 100%. It's only 10%. In a 40-hour work week, this is 4 hours.
Smart.
Right? So like, that's a good tactical item.
Only work 40 hours a week. So
yeah, me too. I as a matter of fact, I work the new work week, which is not 40 hours.
Yeah, weird.
It's weird. I'm embarrassed to actually admit how often I work. Okay, but tactical advice. Beth, let's start with you. What are some tactical things that you either heard or learned that you would share with the group?
Yeah, I love that you said the boring, the mundane. What are the things that you're doing every day that are repeatable? Just thinking in a sense of, I do this every day. brush my teeth every day. I make my coffee every day. What are the things that you do in your job every single day? AI could probably do it for you or help you to automate or get to a point where it kind of serves it up for you. Um, Even before that, though, my advice is use it. Download a free account, play with it. Spend like a half hour a week. You know, your favorite show that you sit in front of the TV and watch for an hour, use it once a week to just learn AI. You can read and listen to the podcasts and go on LinkedIn and follow people. But until you actually use it and understand it, you won't have an appreciation for the lies that it will tell. And you won't have an appreciation for the training that you can give this to really become a part of you, a colleague to do things for you. So I think ultimately use it. Sign up for a free account, give it a try, and really commit to spending time every week to get to the point where you're like, okay, now this is cool, and now I can take it a bit further.
I will say, just to like prop you up a little bit, Beth. So, I mean, Fexa is a tech company. I would say that Beth, as a facilities manager, is probably one of, if not our most, I know, nerd. No.
I wear it proudly. It's a badge of honor.
The way she leverages AI tells me that facilities managers and directors and everybody at that level, you have the DNA to be better than anybody else at this. You always have to learn new things. You always have to do this. So like Beth's brain works differently than my brain. Thank God. You don't want to be in here. So Beth, I would just say, like, as a, sometimes if you're not in the technology space, it might feel intimidating, but I promise you, facilities people have a way better foundation to adopt this and to challenge what AI does.
That's right.
More than anybody else.
It's so true. I'd love to see the FM schooling the
Oh my
C.
God, it'd be great.
And by the way, this came up in when we were at the mob event earlier this year, where I was doing a little bit of research with the help of Claude in the utilization of AI. And when it comes to design, construction, facilities is leveraging AI 3 times more than their counterparts already today. So they're already, and it speaks to what you all were saying, just the difference between last year and this year. They're already they have the tolerance of risk, right? Let's just face it. Facilities managers are so well set up to face an emergency situation. So they're already well situated and they're already doing it. It's like, take it that extra mile and double down on it and understand that you could be literally seen, like Beth is seen in our organization, as the person who has a lot of things figured out. And that just makes you more and more valuable. Shannon, I remember you saying to me many moons ago, AI is not going to replace people. It's going to replace people who don't know how to leverage it. And I think that's a really, really good statement. And I appreciate that. Okay, so we only have a few minutes left. Now we're going to get a little into cocktail talk, even though I don't have my cocktail with me yet. But I kind of want to know, like, fun moments, because we're getting back to Connex. And first of all, that journey through AI is so helpful. Thank you. And I know it because I hear it all the time. I get questions all the time. And you're just validating what I already know to be true, which is it's on everybody's mind and everybody's asking about it. And it makes sense that was the majority of what we were talking about at Connex. But I also want to know, like, any fun moments, any embarrassing moments for people, any any laugh out loud moments. And by the way, if they're friends of mine, you can name names. But if because any friend of mine knows that I probably would name names too, but I wasn't there. So tell me, give me the tea. I'm going to pretend like I'm cool. What's the tea? What can you guys share with me?
Oh,
My favorite moment was honestly in the airport after the show. I was going back to Philadelphia. I was hanging out with a couple former colleagues from Nest, and we walk into the boarding area, and Nick Stracco was standing there, but he was wearing shorts and a baseball hat, and none of us recognized each other without name tags. And then Jordan Rochwick comes walking over, and then Steve Ward comes walking over, and we're all like, "Oh, you look so familiar. Oh, hey." And it was the post-show realization that we're
Nick was on the dance floor. Like he was, yeah. So
Okay.
maybe I'm surprised he didn't have sunglasses on. No, I'm kidding.
No sunglasses.
Do we have video of the dance floor?
I decided to not. Preston from Michael's caught me as I was trying to leave early because I had a 7 a.m. flight. And he was like, no. We're not doing this. So I don't have any videos because I got caught trying to leave early. And I didn't. I stuck around for a little bit. But yeah.
Preston, I will be calling you to see if you have videos because you better.
Yeah.
Who's got the videos?
You better.
Okay. Tell me about the dance floor though. Like,
okay, I have to say, like, it was such a busy, impactful week, and there was so much connection. I mean, like, I don't think I had any like funny moments, but it was just so great to see these like providers who I love running into all the time. Like, shout out John Casey. He is my guy. Like, we find each other to just like give each other, you know what, all the time. And just everybody had such impactful conversations from last year to this year. The little thing that we all commented on is that like last year, the sort of the dinner and the presentation and all that went on for a really long time, and everybody ended up leaving and sort of going to the bar. This year, they kept it tight. They honored amazing people. I loved seeing so many Fexa people up there. The Fexa
the customers.
Yep. Yeah, it was so great. And then they immediately cut to like a different room that had a huge dance floor and just a great band, many bars with short lines. And it was just the whole thing, like, that was so fabulous. And I was just seeing everybody. The connection at this event was so good. And Kim, I just have to say, because I know that the goal of this was to give you a true debrief, you came up a lot. A lot, and everybody missed you. And it was, we missed you. You would have loved it.
I gotta double down on that. I gotta double down. Every person had a kind word. Send my best, or I've already sent a text. Your presence was missed, but we made you damn proud. And you would have been so happy with traffic at the booth and just how we showed up and how we interacted. So we missed you there, but you're definitely, your spirit was totally a present the entire time with our group and with everybody there.
I feel like
cheers. Cheers.
We just made Kim Goei speechless. We did it. Mission accomplished.
Oh. No, okay. This happened one other time.
Hold in. Yep.
2 weeks ago, where Mariah, shout out to Mariah, also made me speechless. I literally am speechless because just the avenue is Connex. Like, that's the place where we know people are going to be, but it's the people, it is the passion and the collective goals of all of us that make these events so special.
That's right.
And it could be Kim Goei's backyard. It could be, it doesn't even matter where we are, because we are together and because we share that passion. That is what I definitely sorely missed. I'm so incredibly proud because it was actually really good for me, obviously not just because of what's happening in my personal life, but really good for me to sort of watch the team fly free without me. And really was like sort of a proud mama bear moment, because this is Fexa. This isn't Kim Goei. This is Fexa. And we just have established ourselves such as just the most amazing, tight, trusting team. And we take great care of our people. We take great care of each other. We take great care of our customers. And the one thing I said from early days, which I love that Mark Balsamo came up earlier in this call, because I was about to make a funny joke about him, but I'll save that for the cocktail hour. But the one thing I've always said early days to Mark is, Mark's a computer science guy. He's a data guy. He's a software guy. But I've always said to him, this is a community. This is a community, and that deserves space. And that's how we built this. So thank you for filling my cup with those words. Thank you to everyone who sent me the messages. I received them. I think I've responded to every single one of them. I'm so grateful. Work, family, 100%.
Yep.
And you all are my work family. And yes, okay. So I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for that. but how do we close out after that?
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Let's close. Okay. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for bringing me through what happened recently. Thank you for this really interesting, not just interesting, but so crucial dialogue. I'm just so grateful for it. Thank you for being present for it. Thank you for being there for our team, for our customers, for our community. Can we meet later for a martini? What are you guys doing later?
Actually, after I get through, both of my girls have pneumonia. They're fine, but like I'm gonna need one after this stretch of illness. So Kim, I'm calling. You're my girl. I'm calling.
I got you, girl. I got you. Radiance is calling. Thank you. Really appreciate you.
I love coffee with you guys. Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Bye.